Chapter 27. Community Involvement. Providing free medical missions for 19 years. Charity is the scope of all God's commands, St. John Chrysostom. There are people who are givers, and there are people who are takers. Even without his wealth, many believe that Tony Pizarro is a giver. This is because any donations he gives to civic and charitable endeavors come spontaneously from his heart. He gives not because he wants to promote himself, but to simply help people. Now that he is a success, the destitute and orphan boy from Barangay Dang Balolo in Orion, Bataan, has seemed to have brushed aside the deprivation of his past, and is now aggressively showing others how wealth and good fortune should be shared, so poor children like he once was should not suffer his old fate. During the 1970s, there were only a handful of Filipino Americans in San Diego, California. San Diego, being a Navy town, is the site of several naval bases where new recruits honed up and were trained for military service. When they retired, most of them settled in San Diego, oftentimes their last station, raising the families they brought from their home country, the Philippines. Despite the sizable numbers of compatriots where they lived, they still longed for all that reminded them of home. It was hard for them to visit, as plane tickets for a family trip were expensive compared to what they were earning. To remedy their homesickness, they formed their own organizations where they could enjoy each other's company and reminisce about their common experiences growing up in their home country. Many eventually formed their own hometown organizations. Towns in Bataan, Zambales, and Cavite had the most members because the U.S. naval bases in Subic Bay, in Olongapo, and Sangley Point in Cavite were nearby. The Bataan Association of Southern California, one of the pioneers in this movement, was also one of the most well-known. Tony Pizarro was its founder and first president. The move showed his desire to unite his province mates together. It also showed his leadership qualities and the fact that he was much respected by them, perhaps due to his achievements in the military service at that point and the way he presented himself. Eventually, Tony joined other organizations, mostly Filipino-American or professional groups. He still is an active member of the Orion Association of Southern California, formed by the people who came from his town. One of his proudest memberships is with the Filipino-American Military Officers Association, since not many, among the thousands if not millions of naval recruits from the Philippines, have attained the rank of an officer. His other affiliations are with the Free and Accepted Masons, F&AM of California, Coronado Lodge Mer 441. He is the founder and first president of Bataan Association of Southern California, an active member of U.S. Military Officers Association of America, American Legion Post No. 416 headquartered in Encinitas, California, U.S. Navy Supply Corp Association, Filipino-American Military Officers Association, FAMOS, and Divine Mercy Hills Foundation of Southern California. Tony and his wife, Priscilla, have also participated in pro bono medical and dental missions for the past 19 years, providing free medical diagnosis, treatment, and medicines to indigents in different countries like Vietnam and Mexico, as well as in remote barrios in the provinces of the Philippines like Bataan, Pampanga, Zambales, Cebu, Tarlac, Nueva Ecija, Bicol Region, Mindoro, and Cagayan. In 2006 alone, Tony and Priscilla Pizarro participated in the medical mission of the Cosmopolitan Lions Club of San Diego in Bataan and Zambales from May 10th to June 1st. Some of the beneficiaries of the mission were the towns of San Narciso and San Marcelino in Zambales Province, Barangay Barreto in Olongapo City, and the towns of Orion and Pilar in Bataan. Almost 1,000 people were given free medical and dental services. In Barangay Stat Rosa in Pilar, Bataan, a total of 180 eyeglasses were given to patients, 72 were extended dental services, and more than 400 patients availed of medical services. Tony and Priscilla Pizarro also awarded scholarships to deserving students and organized book drives to fill up the libraries in their province with books that could help in the education of the poor children. In May of 2008, Dr. Priscilla Santos Pizarro, together with her husband Tony, after hearing a Sunday Mass, received a request from the Religious Pastoral Council of Dan, Orion, Bataan, for financial support for the completion of their chapel. Tony took a good look at it and saw that only the walls of the unfinished chapel were built and installed. He immediately got in touch with his friend, Rick Bernabe, a retired U.S. Navy Chief Warrant Officer living in Orion, and asked if he could assist in completion of the chapel, just like what he did with the Gawad Kalinga Santos Pizarro project. His response was very positive. Mr. Bernabe provided Tony a rendering plan and financial breakdown on how much the project would cost. Tony and Priscilla, with the support of their children, donated the requested $45,000 for the completion of the project. On May 10, 2010, the newly constructed chapel was inaugurated. The event also coincided with the turning over by the Pizarro couple of the remaining 32 units to complete the balance of the Santos Pizarro Gawad Kalinga project in Dang Pare, Orion, Bataan, Philippines. Mr. Tony Melodo, the founder-president of Gawad Kalinga, and his staff attended. Cleaning up of the San Vicente River. On February 10, 2011, Tony Pizarro saw the unsatisfactory condition of the San Vicente River in Orion. For many years, it had become the dumping ground of trash by the town people. Tony took charge and rounded up some good citizens of the town. They met with the town councilors and barangay captains, and a river cleanup was scheduled February 16, 2011. He also recruited some 1,200 volunteers to help in the project. It was a well-attended activity with even 100 members of the Philippine National Police joining in. Through the Pizarro couple's initiative, the river is not only clean, but also has become a fertile fishing ground of the citizens of Orion.